It's 2:14 a.m. You're driving down a stretch of highway you've never seen before. The fog is so thick, your headlights barely cut through it. The GPS says you're on Route 41, but your gut says you've somehow left the map entirely. A figure appears ahead, pale, still, unmoving. You slam the brakes. And then, they're gone. Welcome to Highways of Horror. Highways are strange places. During the day, they're symbols of freedom and movement, a way to get from one place to another. But at night, they're liminal spaces. Think about it. You're surrounded by darkness. No houses. No gas stations. Just endless pavement. It's as if you've slipped into a world where the rules are different, where the things you meet might not be human. The Romans had a saying, Praeter Naturam, beyond nature. That's exactly where these roads take us tonight. And trust me, by the end of this journey, you may think twice about your next late-night drive. Case file number 1, The Vanishing Hitchhiker. Let's start with one of the oldest and eeriest highway legends, The Vanishing Hitchhiker. This story has been told in countless places, but it often begins the same way. A driver spots a young woman on the side of a dark road. She's pale, sometimes shivering, sometimes crying. He pulls over, offers her a ride. She says she's headed home. They chat briefly. Her voice is soft, her eyes seem distant. And then, without warning, she's gone. No door opened. No sound. Just an empty seat. Some drivers have even gone to the address she gave, only to be told by the family, "Our daughter died years ago on that very road." This isn't just a campfire story. Police logs in Illinois, Texas, and even Japan contain actual reports of missing passengers who could not have left the vehicle without the driver noticing. Is it grief manifesting as a ghost? Or something pretending to be human to lure drivers in? Case file number 2, The Phantom Semi-Truck of Route 375. Now we leave the ghostly passenger behind and step onto Nevada's infamous Route 375, better known as the Extraterrestrial Highway. Truckers here talk about a monstrous black semi with glowing headlights. It roars up behind you, impossibly fast. You pull to the side to let it pass. Only it never does. In some cases, drivers report the truck vanishing completely. Others say they wake up hours later, parked in the desert, with no memory of stopping. Is it tied to the UFO sightings in the area? Route 375 runs right past the border of Area 51. People have reported strange lights, missing time, and even radio interference moments before the phantom truck appears. Hypothetical for you. Imagine you're driving alone at night. You see blinding headlights in your rearview, but when you blink, they're gone. What's your first move? Drop a comment. I want to see how many of you keep driving, and how many pull over. Case file number 3, The Black Dog of the Highway. Our next story is rooted in British folklore, the legendary Black Dog of Dartmoor. In England, sightings of massive, jet-black hounds with glowing red eyes go back centuries. They're considered omens of death. When English settlers came to America, so did the legend. Today, long-haul truckers in the US have their own version, a shadowy canine that appears on highways, sometimes running alongside vehicles for miles. One driver swears a black dog darted in front of his rig at 70 miles per hour. He slammed the brakes, but when he stepped out, nothing. No body. No tracks. Psychologists say this could be highway hypnosis, your brain inventing shapes in the dark. But what if the black dog isn't a hallucination? What if it's something that's been following travelers for hundreds of years, no matter where the road takes it? Case file number 4, Time Slips on Lonely Roads. Sometimes, the horror isn't a ghost or a monster, it's time itself. There are drivers who claim they've taken a familiar road, only to find themselves in another decade entirely. They pass old cars, see vintage billboards, even gas stations that haven't existed for 50 years. One famous case from 1979 involves two couples in France who stayed at an old-fashioned hotel during a road trip. The next day, the hotel, and the road leading to it, had vanished. Could highways act as accidental time gates? Scientists studying quantum anomalies say time isn't as rigid as we think. Could a certain stretch of road, under the right conditions, briefly connect 2 points in history? Case file number 5. The Crying Woman of Highway 281. Finally, we visit the American Southwest, where folklore meets the modern highway. Highway 281 in Texas has been home to countless sightings of a weeping woman in a long white dress. Some drivers say she tries to flag them down. Others hear sobbing over the sound of their engine. Locals link her to the legend of La Llorona, the ghost of a woman cursed to wander in search of her drowned children. But here's the twist. These sightings often happen near bridges where fatal accidents occurred, accidents involving mothers and children. Is this truly La Llorona adapting to a new era? Or is something else feeding off the grief of roadside tragedies? Why highways attract the paranormal? So why do so many supernatural encounters happen on highways? Spiritual theory. Roads cut through ancient land, graveyards, battlefields. Spirits disturbed may linger along these paths. Psychological theory. Isolation, exhaustion, and sensory monotony can distort perception. Paranormal theory. Highways are liminal spaces, between destinations, between worlds. And if you believe in ley lines, invisible energy pathways across the earth, some highways may run right along them. Interactive. What would you do? Alright, your turn. Imagine you're driving alone and you see a hitchhiker who vanishes from your passenger seat. A semi-truck tailing you that disappears. A black dog pacing your car at 70 miles per hour. Do you keep going? Pull over? Try to talk to them? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one. Closing reflection. Highways promise freedom, but some roads demand a toll. Sometimes, that toll isn't paid in coins, but in fear. So next time you're on a lonely stretch of road at night, remember, you're not just traveling through space. You might be crossing into something Praeter Naturam, beyond nature itself.